So here we're going to start from basic formula creation. Click on the, we're going to click on the work one sheet, and then we're going to start from somewhere there. So now I'm going to put in different values of numbers. So let's just start from 200, right? And I put 300, the next one. So now a simple function of Excel is that Excel is very intelligent, right? Excel is supposed to make work easier. So now let's say I was putting in numbers 200, 300, and I want to continue accordingly to 1000 or 1001. Like I want to continue in that order 200, 300, 400. I can simply just write 200 and 300 and select what I wrote, and then simply put my cursor on top this little square at the bottom of the selection. When my cursor changes to a thick cross, I just simply click and drag it down to the point I want it to stop. So now I want to stop at 1000. Let's stop at 1000. So now I want to stop at 1000. I'm going to stop there, right? So now instead of me to write 200, 300, 400 and keep going, this makes working take a lot of time. But because of Excel is very automated, it makes work easier. So you don't have to stress to write numbers by yourself if you're writing numbers accordingly. So I'm going to just clean this up. So I'm going to name this top number, right? So now let's say after filling up this first column, I remember that I forgot to put my 100 there. Let's say I wanted to do 100 to 1000, and I realized that I started from 200 and I got to 1000. I want to put 100 before this 200. I don't need to erase everything I've done and start from the beginning. What I can simply do is click on this row where my 200 is and do Control Shift the plus sign, and it adds another row. Or I can simply click on that row and click insert, and it adds another row. Insert at the top. So the insert is in my ribbon. When the home tab is open, the the part that is kept for cells, the insert buttons is the first one. When you click insert, it adds another row. You can also do that for columns. If I wanted to add another column before my A column that I just wrote, I can just do Control Shift plus, or I can do insert at the top and it adds another column. I'm going to undo this. So what I mainly wanted to was create a row for me to add my 100 and then enter. So now I want to create another row of numbers. So I'm going to just write here number. So this I'm starting from 600 this time around. So if I just write 600 and I decide to drag it, it's just going to repeat 600, 600, 600 because I did not tell the Excel that I want to continue, that I want the numbers to be continuous, right? So for the Excel to be able to tell that you want the numbers to flow from 600, 700, 800, 900 to whatever number you want to stop, you have to lead it. You have to put numbers there for it to be clear. So what you can simply do is that after you put the 600, after you put the 600, you put 700 after it. So now when you select the both of them, the Excel can easily detect that, okay, you want to continue. For you to put 600 and 700, the Excel will tell that, okay, the next thing you want to put is 800. The next thing after that is 900. It knows that you want to continue. The same thing will go for if you put 1, 2, 3. The Excel will be able to fill it up for you to whatever number you stop, because you have told it that you are continuing. You are not repeating, but rather you are continuing. So dragging this down, we've gotten this to 1,500 because we started from 600 and 700, telling it that we want to continue. So now we're going to learn how to do basic addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So remember, this video is simply introduction to Excel. We're going to cover everything, right? We're going to explain it bit by bit to be able to break down for first time users of Excel how Excel really works. So let's call this add. Okay, so now if you write something in Excel and it's not showing completely and you want it to show completely, you can just take your mouse or your cursor to the top of the column, and when it forms this cross that has an arrow by the left and the right, you just simply click it and drag, and then it drags the column and makes it wider. So now the first column we're going to be doing, the first formula we're going to do is the addition formula, right? So every formula in Excel starts with an equals to. For you to do any formula in Excel, you have to start with an equals to. So you put your equals to, and then you click the cell you want to add. So clicking my A2 cell, which has my first number in 800, plus. So you click on plus on your keyboard, which is shift. The plus and the equals to sign usually share the same button, so you have to do shift the equals to give it a plus. I don't know if that is like that in everybody's computer, but it's like that in mine. And then you click on the next number you want to add, and then you press enter. So now you can view the formula that you just wrote in your formula bar, right? So now, why I said Excel makes everything simple. So after doing this for the first one, you don't have to do it separately for each and every one of them. You can just click on this, and then when you take your cursor to the small square beside the box, you double click to autofill, and it autofills. So now we're going to do minus or subtract. We're going to subtract. So now we're going to start it again with equal to, and now we can either subtract the column A from column B or column B from column A. The main point of this is that we're showing you how subtraction works. Either way you do it doesn't really matter, as long as you understand the whole concept of the subtracting formula. So now let's just use the bigger number minus the smaller number, which is going to be column A minus column B. So clicking on column B, then you put your minus and column A, then you press your equal, enter, and it subtracts it for you. And I said you don't have to do this separately for each and every one of them. You just come here and you double tap, or you can just drag it down. So dragging it down might be a lot of work if you're working with a lot of data. So you just double tap on it and it autofills. The next thing we're going to do is multiply. So multiplication in Excel, if you just look at your keyboard, there is no particular button, or there's no particular key for multiplication. The multiplication in Excel is your asterisk sign, right? So the asterisk sign is the multiplication. The asterisk sign is the sign above your 8 on your keyboard. So you just come to your number A2, and then you do shift 8, which is your asterisk, and then you click on the second number you want to multiply and press enter. And then when you do that, you just autofill, and it fills all the number up. Dividing is simply equal to, and now let us divide the bigger number by the smaller number. Either way you want to work, we're just explaining the whole concept of the formula. If you want to divide the smaller number by the bigger number, whatever way suits you, but as long as you are following along and you get the whole concept. So now I'm going to divide the bigger number by the smaller number. The divide here is going to be your slash. The slash is the key that shares the button with your question mark. I don't know if it's like that in your computer, but in my computer is mine. So you put the slash, which is going to be our divide, and then you put the second number and you press enter. It divides it, and then you autofill by double tapping with that tick arrow, and it divides every other thing accordingly. So this is just basic formulas in Excel: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. We're going to get more advanced formula where you talk about functions and different functions in Excel, but this is just the basic.
Thank you everyone for watching this video. To watch the next video, click on the left button that says watch next, and to check out our previous video based on our suggestions, click on the right button. Please ensure you subscribe for more, like this video, and leave something for us in the comment section. We're waiting for you to reply. Thanks for watching.